Hello, hi guys. I am Prakash and today I'm going to show you how to upload EFF Extensible Flex Fields in Oracle Fusion using HCM data loader. I'm going to upload multiple records, EFF information for an personal information for an employee using HCM data loader. But if you want to know how to create EFF Extensible Flex Fields, then you can refer my previous video. For loading the EFF informations, we need to have two files in place. One is the dat file and we should have a zip file. So first we will prepare the dat file. So the dat file will be a worker.dat file. In that dat file we will have a metadata, worker extra info and EIT information, and the columns that we are going to load. All other informations will be available in worker.dat file. And whenever we put a values, we used to use merge as a metadata columns, and we should provide the context name and the column values that we are going to provide. For example, if you look at it, this EID will be the employee ID. So this is that column which we have created, and this is the value that we are going to provide for that field, which is 24. And we have another column which is employee name, e-name. So this is that name that we have provided in the column API. So while creating that EIT EFF information, and the third column will be employee number. So this is the check 3 will be the employee number we are going to populate, and we will have effective start date, effective end date, and we will have the person number. So the person number for which the EFF we are going to load will be 5416. So for this employee number we are going to load this EFF informations, and this is a contact a category. And next thing will be source system owner. The source system owner, I am going to show you how to create the source system owner. We can also use the existing owner, but I'm going to create one source system owner, and I'm going to use it for loading the EFF information. And finally will be the source system ID. So this will be the ID which will be unique for every record. Once we prepare the zip file, now we need to once we prepare the dat file, we need to prepare the zip file. So need to compare the compress dat file, worker.dat file, to a zip file. The zip file name can be anything. You can just keep as per your own wish, but the dat file name should not be changed. It should be exactly worker.dat file only. So when loading an EFF information, we should also have a source system owner. So where it is available? It is available in this lookup, manage common lookup. It will be available in HRC underscore source underscore system underscore owner. So for this to create a lookup, we will be following the navigation which is set up on maintenance. From there you can search for manage common lookup, and if again you can search a lookup type which is HRC source system owner. Then we will create one more record which is xxtext1 for using it in EFF information. Then finally we will be importing the zip file. So for that the navigation will be my client group data exchange. Once you reach there, you will have HCM data loader, and from there you can find a menu called import and load data. So once you go there, there will be option called import file. So that using that option we are going to import the zip file. So now let's see how the same steps we can do it in application. So before loading that EFF information, let us make sure what is the structure that we are going to load, for which employee we are going to load. So we will make sure that for an employee, for that the navigations will be home, my client group, person management. For an employee, click employee, and go to the task, search for person, and you can find the extra information tab. From there you can see your own page. So this is a EFF page that we have created in the previous video. So, and in the previous video we have entered few informations, and this is a multiple line records. So this is the structures that we are going to load through data loader. Okay, now let's load the record. For that we need to go to this navigations, home, and my client group, data exchange. And once you go to data exchange, you can find view business objects. Before we go and import and load data, so we need to download the worker.dat file. So for that we need to go to this view business objects, and you will find many, and we are going to download for worker, and this is a template file which is available, and this is a business object. Now let us download the template file. Also make sure whenever you download the template file, you just refresh the objects. So whenever you create a new information, EIT information, the objects will be the columns that you are creating in the EFF will only appear in this template only when you refresh the objects. Now we downloaded the worker.dat file. Open the worker.dat file. In this worker.dat file you will see many informations. So if you want to load an employee informations, then you will see worker. If you want to load employee address, then you have to use this employee person address. And if you want to load employee person name, all other information, then you have to use this. So like this you will have so many, but our objective is to load the EFF information, so which will be worker extra info, and we will remove all other information, and we will keep only worker extra info. So if you notice, there is a flex field name which is by default it is coming per person EIT EFF, and the columns that we are going to load, that columns will be appearing. For example, we have created a column called ename. If you look at it, this are all the columns that will appear. And what is the objective that we have created? This is the objective which we have created, my own page. So if you want to know how to create EFF and upon what basis this my own page is appearing and what is the context that we have created, you please refer my previous videos. And these are all the columns that we have created. For example, employee ID, and we have created employee name, and we have created e number. So all these things will appear only when you refresh the objects. Now apart from this, you will have couple of information which is source category, source system owner. So in this we will remove certain columns, and we will keep only the columns that we are going to load. For example, this academic bank. So this academic bank belongs to some other EFF informations, so which we are not bothered about that. So we are going to remove, and we are going to keep only our informations. So now this is that format that we have. So I removed all other information, and I kept only the information that is required for us to load. So metadata, worker extra info, flex fields, category code, and the columns. We have three columns which we have created. That three columns we kept. And apart from this, we have effective start date, effective end date, employee number, and the system owner, and the source system ID. So I will show you how to create the system owner. So for creating a source system owner, the navigations will be go to the setup and maintenance, and there you will find the task button on the right hand side, and click on search and search for manage common lookup, and click on this manage common lookups. Search for the lookup type, which is HRC source system owner. Now when you scroll down, you can see lookup codes that are already defined. We will create our own lookup code. Lookup code will be access test 1. The display name as this. Select the start date, and you can select the end date, and then you can give a meaningful name, and once you entered it, you can save and close. So now we have created this source system owner, which is access test 1. If you have not created this, then this program may complete with error. So we have created it. Now we need to compress this file into a zip file. So now I have compressed this stat file into a zip file, and I kept the name as xxload EFF. Now let us load the zip file. For that, the navigation will be home, my client group, data exchange, and import and load. And there is a import file. Click on the import file and choose the file. Choose the zip file that you have created, and then submit. Submit it. Process was submitted. Click on the refresh. It is just processing it. It will take couple of minutes. Then the status will change to green of the import status, and after that the load status will also change to green. Now if you see, the status have been successfully loaded, and the status has been changed to green. Load status also changed to green. Now let us verify if it has been successfully loaded or not. So for verifying, again we will go to this navigation, home page, person management, query for employee Mandy, click on Mandy, click on the task, search for person, and you can see there is extra information tab. In query your EFF information, you can see the two records have been loaded, which is the name 2, and this is the ID. These two informations have been successfully loaded. So this is how the EFF extensible flex fields in Oracle Fusion using HCM data loader will be loaded. Hope this helped you guys. Thank you. See you next video.